some more? Zhang Fei have gone, but drink and fight forever!
What's up, guys? It's the mighty Zhang Fei 500 here with another review for you. The last time, I went over one of the crappiest games in my opinion on the PS2, and it is Unlimited Saga, and it's still whispering sweet demonic lies into my ear. It's like the ring of crappy games. You just don't do it. Don't play it. Anyways, today we're going to play in a good game. Well, at least in my opinion, I think it's a good game, and it's a really unknown game. It's Shadow Madness for the PlayStation 1. Yeah, bet you never heard of that, and if you have, you're one of those privileged people, because it's actually really good. Now, this came out back in '99 by Crave Entertainment. Yeah, Crave. Do you know that company? No, they're not really around anymore. They made some games during the PS2 era, but they kind of fell off lately. I really don't know too much about what's going on with them now. But this is another RPG, and it's just, I can't express how much I like this game. It has a lot of nostalgia factor to me. I actually wanted to do a Let's Play of this at one time, but one of my friends pointed out, I don't know if too many people would get into this, because there is a lot of reading. It's just not the prettiest game to look at, but if you're willing to put up with it, it's actually a hidden gem in the rough. So here we are in the world of Shadow Madness. And like I said, graphics aren't all that good. To quote the mighty Sandshrew, they look like pixelated chicken McNuggets. So, our main character here, or we assume is our main character, starts talking about all this crappy stuff that happened to him, about his hometown and just got destroyed by something, he doesn't know what, and then we get a nice little flashback. What a peaceful day, the birds are flying, the insects are pissing me off, and oh look, it's our hometown. Isn't it beautiful? Look at these awesome PlayStation 1 oh wait, what the hell? Oh, something just got all kinds of, oh my god, it's imploding. What? Oh, damn. So after our town got imploded by an atomic bomb, our main character goes down to his village to see if he can find anything, and all he finds is a dead guy with a sword in him. He got disintegrated. I mean, that's pretty much an atomic bomb, right? The guy just turned into dust, and our character's too weak to pull a sword out of the ground. It's just great. What am I playing as, a wimp? So after killing that monster, our main character named Young Man, what an awesome name. That won't stay for long. Of course, in typical RPG fashion, he'll get a name eventually. So we find the one survivor. It's this old lady who knows us. And then, quick, what's my name? Well, Stinger. That's his name. That's the first time I ever found an RPG that's like, I don't know my name. Tell me my name. And it's always pretty funny. Me and my friends always joked about this. Combat is pretty simple in this game, and it has a little quirk to it, but it's nothing terrible. First, you have to engage the enemy if they're not close, so your character will go in for an attack. And you see how I got 2 attacks in there? It said 22-22. If you hit the X button on a normal attack just at the right time, you'll do extra damage, though this only applies for melee characters. Range attacks will not work. So after wandering around town for a little bit, you find this guy who apparently got blown off a ship, and he's staring at the abyss that was the town center. I mean, look at that crater. It's just ridiculous. What they do, someone have Taco Bell too much and just destroyed the center of the town? Yeah, potty humor. Real clever. But just look how messed up the city. It's like the center of hell just opened up in the town. There's all kinds of creatures, and like, I think there's Barney's down there along with Ronald McDonald. I don't know. It's just a bunch of crap. So we try to leave town because there's nothing here, and we see some lady run off, and our character gets pissed off and is like, hey, come back here! So then Stinger chases down this elusive girl and tells her that if she doesn't show up, he's gonna kill her. Man, what kind of pickup line is that? So Pocahontas shows herself. So the two talk about how both their towns got destroyed by this random explosion, and I don't know what the hell's going on, and then he asks her name like a man. Her name is Windleaf. Yeah, she's gotta be Native American or something. I mean, what kind of name is Windleaf? Moving on. And here we are, the world map of Shadow Madness. And yes, that bottom right corner, that is the entire map of Shadow Madness. If you come down here, you can click on this to get a little bit of information about the world. One thing that I really like about this game is that they spent a lot of time, whoever it was that wrote this story, building up the background of this world that you go into. So there's all kinds of books, as I'll show here. There's just books of information about little stories and funny stuff, just like really messed up stuff. But there's just all kinds of really cool things you can read about in this game, and it does a really good job of just having this image in your head of what this world is really like, and all the it's cool. I mean, maybe that's just me, and I know I say that a lot, but maybe it is. So, our characters decide to go through the mountains when Stinger gets an idea. He has a buddy named Muggins that he wants to go see, and, well, as you would expect, things don't turn out as planned. Our heroes arrive in Muggins' cavern only to find that there's a robot in the way that seems to have killed his friend. That bastard, how dare you! Winleaf stops Stinger because he gets really pissed at the robot he thinks killed his friend Muggins, but she points out that this is a harvesting robot. I mean, what? He obviously did harvest something. He harvested Muggins' soul. He's dead. So Winleaf goes up and checks Muggins while Stinger goes up and touches the robot, and holy crap, it comes to life. The robot tells you if you're lying to him, there will be death, and that is his catchphrase. Prepare to see that a lot. He says it all the time. And he happens to be one of my favorite characters because he's really sarcastic for a robot. Reminds me a lot of Bender from Futurama, just not as much of an asshole. So after a little discussion, the trio decide to travel together so they can go, warn others. And you have to give him the name of Harv 5. Yeah, he's a robot bumpkin, as he calls him. One thing that's pretty unique in Shadow Madness that's not seen in games in the past, that is seen nowadays, is you can change the level of difficulty on the fly. So if you're getting your ass beat by a boss, just change it to easy. That's common nowadays, but back then that was something interesting. So, after wandering the mountainside a little bit, our heroes find Stinger's cousin's cabin, which is locked, which is strange for him because he never keeps it locked. Then we're introduced in one of the most frustrating mini-games. Lockpicking in this game is sorta like Simon Says. Well, sorta nothing. It is Simon Says. You control the left lock with the D-pad and the right lockpick with the buttons, triangle, square, X, and circle. The problem with this game is that the down and right and the down and left of those picks look so similar that later on, when you have to remember like 30 different things, that you misread what that thing looks like. I mean, sometimes you think that's down, but that was actually a left. And later on, trust me, this gets really hard, as they require you to input like 16 different button combinations. And I remember as a kid trying to write down all those combinations, and it's random every time, so you can't just keep doing it and hoping you get it right. No, it's random. That thing always pissed me off, and it should go to hell. So after breaking in to Brink's house, Brink Security? Now, what shitty security he has, we see that he's armed himself with a soup ladle and he's gonna slaughter us all. And that brings me another rant about the writing in this game. It's just really funny. They mix a lot of dark dialogue with a lot of really funny lines. Like, Stinger goes on a tangent about how his cousin here has like 3 different wives, and about his underwear here, and he goes and describes all 3 wives, and it's just like this most ridiculous stuff. It's quite funny, and they do that throughout the entire game, which is just, it's never like out of place. It's really well balanced, the humor with the dark, gritty style of this world. So after some funny dialogue, Brink tells that somebody is torturing or stalking him outside. It's whispering sweet demonic lies into his ear. Wait, oh god! Then we find out that the name of the creature that is taunting Brink is Tom. So wait a minute. There's something outside his house taunting him, saying that he is God, whispering sweet evils to him? No, it's not Unlimited Saga, but it's something just as bad. We'll get to him in a second. Now, before you go all willy-nilly and try to go kill Red Tom, it's a good idea to at least go attempt to level up once, because Red Tom is one of the harder bosses in the game, I guess. He can do a lot of damage. And later on in the game, it just becomes so easy, especially with the trick I'm going to show you guys. Small note, whoever gets the last hit in battle, or at least kills something, gets the most experience in the battle. So, if one character's killed more enemies than the other, they're going to have more experience than the other. But everybody still gets a base amount of experience. Though this causes the grinding to be a little bit long starting off. At least to get this first level, I spent like 15 minutes to get one level. It can be kind of annoying, but later in the game, it won't be a problem. So after we get done with our grinding, it's time to go into Red Tom's cave and deal with him once and for all. Well, it's not like he's been a menace forever, but, you know, we gotta help our cousin. He's scared to death of this guy. Plus, he makes it smell like death wherever he goes. Oh, so we've been told. So, welcome to one of the weird things about this game. It has these weird dungeon layouts. It's not even a dungeon. This is more like a maze, because there's no monsters in this cave. It's just wander around aimlessly and hope you find the right entrance. Alright, so I finally found the right entrance to freaking Red Tom, and holy crap, what is that thing? That's Red Tom? Really? What in the hell? That is some creepy, creepy stuff. So, Red Tom is defeated, and yay, we can get the hell out of this cave. And they do make you backtrack all the way. We get some pretty decent experience for it, too. It's not bad. It's always good. The bosses typically give a lot of experience. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they like to be stingy assholes. So we finally made it out of that crappy mountainside, and now we're back on the world map. And I decided to make a small detour, go into Enclave. This is one of the cities that it's not necessary to do this, but it's pretty interesting because you get some little background information about Windleaf. You go around, talk to these people, and see that everybody's gone crazy. That's the one thing you'll see when you go into all these towns that's been obliterated by this giant bomb or whatever, is that they've all gone crazy. Thus, Shadow Madness. I mean, everyone you talk to goes crazy. For instance, let me show you one guy that has absolutely ape shit. So you go to where Hard 5 is from, and you run into this guy named Mecha, and he asks for some key nuts. Sounds like a pretty decent guy. No, you can't have any. Screw you, my key nuts. Then you just leave him alone. After getting in a fight, you can talk to Mecha again, and he wants some key nuts. No, my key nuts. I don't even know why he wants them. They only give you 1 HP restored. So after exploring the town and trying to leave, he stops us again, and then he says he's gonna kill somebody if he does not get any key nuts. And I say nope, and he's gonna kick my ass. That's right. He wants some key nuts so bad that he gets in a fight with you. Well, I kick his ass. After exploring all little side towns, we can finally move on with the story, which involves us going through a crappy little cave. But hey, look, we found somebody in a dead bird. Warning marker, danger ahead. Oh, what could be in there? And apparently this place is called Rocka. Yeah, I don't really, what kind of name for a cave is Rocka? Nonetheless, it's time to explore the cave. So then as we're exploring the cave, we see some type of monster. It's off screen, but apparently it is a creature. So Stinger gets the brilliant idea to send the robot to sneak past it. That makes no sense. He's a robot. He's gonna make the most noise out of everybody. He's all metal and wood and crack, and he's just gonna make all kinds of annoying ass sound effects. But I'm surprised he actually doesn't get caught until he steps on a rock. Really? Out of everything he heard, the rock? Whatever. We get stopped by this stupid monster named Rocka who likes to eat rocks. Yeah. Rocka doesn't like the fact that we're in his cave and he wants to eat us. He calls it a game. Then he tells that he's going to use Hard 5 to keep food and dirty things in? The hell? He's a giant rock. What dirty things? What? Does he have clothes? Is he going to throw rock clothes in there? It's preposterous. Whatever. Moving on. So we proceed to kicking the crap out of Rocka, who's actually really easy for a boss. I mean, really easy. Watch this. I use this awesomely animated CG summon. I'm just going to be quiet for this. Let you enjoy it. That bird just had exploding wings. That is so freaking meta. But anyways, watch this. Down goes Rocka in just like a couple of hits. I mean, one summon plus a normal attack equals death for Rocka. Pathetic. So we finally make it to town, and all we get is a bunch of lip from the stupid guards who don't believe our story. Well, at least one of them doesn't. And we just promptly tell them to shut the hell up and go to hell. So the gate guards tell us to go find the constable and tell them of our story. So I decided to go to the inn first and rest, and we get a little scene where Stinger can't go to sleep. And where does he end up? Right where we were in the beginning, where he was telling the bar guy, or the barkeep, or whatever, his story. It all comes full circle. Well, that's about it for Shadow Madness. But before I leave, I want to show you one thing that you can do that absolutely break this game. I mean, it's ridiculous. And my friend the Sandshrew watched me when I played this game, how stupid this cheat is. It's not really a cheat, but it might as well be cheating. It's just... well, let me show you. So you come to the east side of town and you run into these 4 goons. And man, these 4 goons are the best thing in this game because they give you stupid amounts of experience. You pay them 100 gold and they'll duel you. If you beat them, you get 200 gold. So it's just a bet. You get double your money, which is awesome. But it's really, we're looking for that experience. Now watch how much we get for this. So here we are, killing the last dude. Falls, and watch the experience just pour in. 528 experience, 640, 684. That is more experience that you will get almost anywhere the entire game. I'm serious. You can sit here and abuse the hell out of these guys, get tons of money, tons of experience. You can max out your level at the beginning of the game. And let me go over the level system in this game. As you can see here, it says I'm a level 3 fighter with 1300 experience to the next level. Once you got the level 10 and you get one more level, your fighter changes to a new class and you start back at level 1. Well, the experience doesn't get that outrageous. Like 600 experience is a ton throughout the entire game. It's absolutely cheap. And if you want to play this game and you just want to blow through it, I mean, this is already an easy game. Do this trick. It's outrageous. Well guys, that's the end of my review. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, as it's a lot less stressful than Unlimited Saga, I can tell you that much. There's a lot more to this game. I mean, one of the characters you get is a severed head, a floating severed head that shoots lightning bolts out of his mouth. I'm not making this up. There is a second disc to this game, and it's one of those games where you gotta swap in between them because this is like the overworld, and then the other disc that you get is like underneath that world, and you have to swap between the two when you want to go to it. It's, you know, I hate that aspect, but I mean, it's the PlayStation 1. There were a couple games that did, like Legend of Dragoon especially. That game's notorious for that. I hated that. But, you know, I love the game, I just hated swapping in between. So, enough rambling. My final review for this is 7 crazy dudes who want key nuts out of 10. Till next time, guys, take care.